Hello, everyone. It's Hector Hernandez with CareerInYourLife.com. It's great to be with you again. And today's talk will be surrounding around what I call shifting your thinking. And what does that really mean? It means that we all get an opportunity every day to think about what we want in our lives and sometimes what we don't want in our lives. But my intentions today with this talk is to give you the confidence and give you the tools and techniques to help you think in a more positive way. So when I say shift your thinking, what I'm really talking about is being able to stay in the middle of your thought process. I believe and I'm convinced that we all have what I call the thought processor. And the thought processor allows us to really process what we want to really come out on the other end. And let me give you a couple of examples of this. When I was recently traveling, I was going through a security gate at an airport, and I came through the gate, and there's a guy standing there, and he says to me, "Hey man, would you like a shoe shine?" And I looked at my watch, I looked around, and I evaluated whether I had time or not to give this person, the opportunity to shine my shoes. And I quickly made a decision. I said, yes, go ahead, please give me a shoe shine. So I got up on the stool, put my foot on the two little things that they put down, and he asked me right away, he says, "Hey man, you want a 550 or a 650? And I said, well, what's the difference? And he said, well, the difference is a 550 is still a good shine, but the 650 is a little shinier. And I said, really? He says, what do you call that? I says, well, it's the traditional spit shine. I said, wow. Interesting. I said, how's your day going? And he said, well, the day's going good because the Lord has been good to me today. And I said, wow, that's fantastic. And I said, how was yesterday? He said, oh, yesterday was not good at all. Not good at all. I didn't really get much business. I said, well, since today is a good day, why don't you charge me $5.50? I'll give you $2 tip. You make $7.50. And if you continue to do that over and over and over because it's such a great day, I think at the end of the day, you'll make a lot of money and you'll make people happy because the price will be good, etc. He says, man, who the heck are you? And I said, no, I'm just a guy traveling who happens to just share with people some good ideas. And when I find the opportunity to share good ideas or try to brainstorm or exchange ideas with people, I try to do that. He said, man, that sounds like a great idea. And I said, well, remember when I was coming out of the security gate and you said to me, hey man, would you like a shoe shine? I'm going to ask you to shift your thinking. I'm going to ask you to think a little bit different about that. And instead of saying, hey man, you want a shoe shine, why don't you say it this way? Hey sir, would you like your shoe service? He says, wow, that's unbelievable. Just that will allow you to really position yourself and allow people to really connect with you much quicker than saying, hey man, you want a shoe shine. So you're shifting your thinking to really just rearranging the words and allowing people to really think, obviously, that you're professional and that you really offer a service, not just a shoe shine. And you remember when you said, hey man, you want a 550 or a 650, I would say it this way. Again, shifting your thinking towards just rearranging the words a little bit. You say, sir, for 650, I will detail your shoes. The guy who was shining the shoes was surprised that I would even offer this kind of information. But again, it's simple things we can do to shift our thinking. I closed the conversation with this shoe shine person with this. I said, what's the name of your business? And he said, the name of my business is I Have No Name. And I said, wow. You know what? From this point on, the name of your business will be the Red Carpet Shoe Shine. You go out to Walmart, buy yourself a $3 red carpet, and before the person stands up on the stool or gets up on the stool, you said, sir, we pulled the red carpet out for you here at the Red Carpet Shoe Shine. He was ecstatic. He was amazed that within 5-10 minutes, we were both able to shift our thinking and able to really provide value and position yourself for success. So shifting your thinking is really about just thinking differently, which allows us to really feel better about ourselves. And then when we feel better, we will change our behavior. And when we change our behavior, we will change our outcomes, our results. It's that pattern that we have to follow every day because the thought processor or the way we shift our thinking is what's going to really generate what you want in your life. And when you start to shift your thinking and shift it towards a better way of doing something or a simpler way of doing something, whether it's a relationship, your finances, whatever it is, you will see the benefits on the other side. And that's what shifting your thinking really does. You have to work at it. Sometimes it's a little exhausting. When you start to work at it, you get into this habit of constantly getting back to the middle and being able to shift every time you have something negative or you have some doubt or you have some fear that comes into your life or into your environment. And what you want to do is you want to share this with people, because the more you share the shifting your thinking method or process, you start to shift yourself. And it's a very valuable thing to do this every single day. You want to shift your thinking right away? Tomorrow morning when you get up out of your bed, get up on the wrong side. Don't get up on the normal side where you get up. Go on the other side of the bed and see how strange that feels a little bit. Go home a different way from work. Try a different route and see what you see different. Some things that you've never seen before, because, again, you're getting out of your normal comfort zone. And that's what shifting your thinking does. It also is very valuable because it allows us now to attract new ideas. The whole thing about shifting your thinking is being able to rearrange our thoughts and being able to help others rearrange their thoughts. And you will see the benefits from that is really enormous. With that, I want to close this talk by saying, shift your thinking. You will see change in your life. I wish you the best. Until next time, this is Hector Hernandez from CareerInYourLife.com.